Yeah, hi, Matt Nutter here with Superior Display. Today we're here to demonstrate our knockdown tower. It is a hexagon 6-foot model. Due to time, we've went ahead and did some steps already. I'll explain to you as we go along here, but just for time's sake, going to try to get through this fairly quick. This is a little bit longer demonstration, so I'm going to try to get through it as quick as possible. So this is our knockdown tower. I've set out all the pieces that come in the boxes for the tower. So we'll start with the jig. This is the jig first that allows this to be set down and set up. These go together and form a pattern here to hold the shell, to hold the bottom of the case up. So we'll put that together. We'll set the bottom of the case out front with the door, which the door is the version that does not have the groove in it. So the door will be out front. We'll set a platform that comes in the package up here that goes right on there, set them up front. We will have 12 screws is all it takes. 12 screws that go to the cases, just 12 screws. And then inside of our posts that are here, we have inserts that go inside. There will be a screw that goes through the post and down into an insert here. So what we do is we start at the very front, which has a 1-groove post. We'll put it in the front. You just put the screw down there, set it in the top. Now I have a screw gun here at the shop. You can do it with a regular screwdriver, which is a Phillips, or a screw gun, which I have, so that's what I will use. There's a little chunk of wood that comes as a jig. You hold this inside of the groove and inside of the groove of the post. You push it to the middle and line up point to point on the post and on the corner of your frame here. And then you just tighten it down. Then you just go to your next one, which would be a double groove. There'll be 2 singles and 4 doubles. We just set it up in here, put your screw in there, line up your post hole, your post groove to your frame groove, and just tighten them down. You don't want to keep dropping your part here, but means I'm doing that. There again, we just line them all up here. And for time's sake, I'm going to quit talking as much and just try to get this thing put together. Tighten this one back up a little bit. Looks like it's not as tight as I want it to be. Just keep working your way around. Once we get all the posts in place, then we'll have a base frame that we'll put on top of it. What you do here is, what you really need to have is like a chair or step stool, something that's easy to stand up once we put the next thing in. I'll show you a chair, but you just want to make sure these are nice and tight and that the posts are lined up with the frames, and it'll go really together really well. All of the posts here will just be opened, and then what we'll do is we'll put the bottom on top of these posts. You'll see when it comes in the package here in a second, there's 3 screws that holds the base onto the top area, which is marked inside of the case. So what we have here is our base area. There's some screws right in here that line right up on here. Now I can't see it from right here, so I've got to get up on top of a chair or a small ladder, and then I just line up the numbers to the numbers. Line up the numbers to the numbers here, which are marked. And then they screw down as well. And then we're just about halfway done assembling it. So this is just to show you how simple it is. There will be some handwritten instructions as well, but you can always go online and see our video. So now that I'm here, I can pull out my center support here, which I had here, that makes it real easy. You could probably have somebody stand and hold it for you, but it's a lot simpler just to use this jig. Make this jig come through here and you lift it out, bring it out. Now we have this case halfway done. You carefully just grab it here, and you can roll it over, but it's going to hold on, so I just flip it over just like this. Then you bring your door around to the front side, And I've already laid out all my glass here. So I will take my glass and I'll start there in the front. Then I'll come over here and about halfway down, the glass is tempered, sanded glass. So it's not sharp. And it just slides right into place. It's already been sanded. It is tempered. So it's just real easy. Obviously, you're not going to want to bump it on a piece of concrete or bump it on anything. It may chip, and if it chips, it'll break up because it is tempered. So these panels just fit in here nice and easy. Just take your time and let it slide right down into the grooves. Sometimes if you don't have it just right, you may have to move it out just a little bit and push it down in there. But it'll go down in there nice and neatly. Just keep working your way around. Keep your glass in there. Just let it slide right down in there. There again, sometimes you got to just move the post just a little bit. Working your way around. Like I said, for time's sake, what we did is a couple steps here. So what I'll do is I'll put the glass top on and I'll just explain how we hung the door. So from there, then we go to the top that's already marked. The door being the blank, which goes up on here. And you just work your way around. You set it inside the groove all the way around. And it's easy just to start 2 or 3 of them. And then with your chair or your ladder, just take your parts up top here and go around and go ahead and just put your screws in. Starting in the front, and from here you don't need your jig, obviously you got stuff in there, so just line it up point to point. Real simple. Real simple, just line it up point to point and work your way around. I'll come around this way here, and then I'll lift it back up and get it into the rest of all my spots. Plunk right down into its place right there. And we'll have handwritten instructions as well. This is just a quick video to show you exactly how simple this is. It is very, very simple. Okay, one more screw and the case is now assembled. Except for the top glass area, which is right here. There again, I'll set it right here. It's numbered in the top. Match it up the numbers. There we go. Right there. Come up here, put your screws on. Your case is now assembled. Your case is now assembled. This is a light. In case your case has a light in it, this is a simple can light that will have instructions that pops in and mounts right on top there. Put some screws in there, and it already has its plug for plugging in. That's how simple that light is. We have to hang the door from here. From here we have just the door. We have a lock and a hinges. We've already placed the hinges on the door for the sake of being a little faster, but let me just show you a couple things here. It's just a couple pivot hinges like this that have screws in the back that tighten down. You set them inside of here and you place your door in here. But like I just said, for time's sake, we've already placed them in there. So what I'll do is I'll just set this in here. I'll grab my Phillips screwdriver and my bit or my piece that I already have right here. And just for time's sake, we'll go ahead and just put it in here real quick. It just sets down in the bottom. Now what you do is you take your other pivot hinge, you set it inside the top, you run your glass into the top, and you find your reveal. There's a small reveal here on each side. You mark it where you want your door reveal to be, just like that. Then you pull it out, and from this point right here, there's a little metal clip. You have to use the little metal flat plate here. You can't use the screws directly against the glass. You put this little plate underneath here, and then we go ahead and tighten them down. Just tighten it just a little bit to start with. Then using your lock or your hole, whichever's on here first, you go back and make sure that is in fact where you want it. As soon as you see that that is where you want it, you come back, you tighten this down, and that's how easy that case is to assemble. Very easy. And this case is very durable. When you're done, try this with a bunch of other cases. This is a very solid case. So then we have our shelf pegs. We have adjustable shelves all the way up. You put your shelf pegs in at your desired levels and put your polished tempered shelves in and plug it in and you're ready to go. Thank you, and that's our video for today.